The sprawling FBI probe into mafia-linked gambling and sports rigging schemes is sending shockwaves across the NBA and across the United States. You're looking right now at the high-tech cheating technology that federal officials allege was used to rig poker games, an X-ray poker table to see through face-down cards, a manipulated shuffling machine to predict who gets the best hand, used, officials say, to steal millions from victims. Joining us now is casino game protection and cheating expert Sal Piasanti. Sal, an X-ray table, card reading chip trays, rigged shuffling machines. I didn't know this stuff existed. I guess I'm not surprised, but I didn't know it existed. Can you explain how any of this equipment is used?
Oh, I can explain all of it. The X-ray table, that's just a table that has cameras built into it that look upward at the cards. It can actually see through the green felt, so you can use any of cards. As long as the cards lie above the camera can see what that card is and then transmit it. The shuffle machines, we just did a special on YouTube, and where a shuffle machine was hacked. What happens is the DeckMate 2 has a camera in it. And what that camera does, it notifies the casino or the dealer or the house if a card is missing. Also, if you took a deck of cards and put it into that machine, the cameras know every card and can actually sort that deck out and put it back in order for you for the next day or the next play. Well, the cheaters came up with ways of utilizing that camera as well to know what cards are being dealt and who's getting them. And that shuffle machine is altered to transmit to an earpiece to tell the people who are going to win. Also, there are machines that were also designed to do a false shuffle, where when the cheaters put the deck into the machine, it sounds like the cards are being shuffled, but they're not. And then as far as the analyzer, the tray, this has been around for a long time. It's not new by no means. If you want to see a quick example of it, it could be built into the tray or it's built into a cell phone. And basically what happens is this. You could take this deck of cards. Well, first of all, this is a regular phone. It looks like a regular phone. Put your SIM card in it, and it acts like a regular phone. But when I put in a code, now it becomes a cheating phone. So let's go to Texas Hold'em. How many players? Let's say you can name any amount. We'll say 3 to keep it easy. 3 players. And I'm going to put this on loud so you can hear it. So I'm going to put it on speaker.
Okay.
And now it's ready to go.
Yeah.
So when this deck of cards right now is shuffled, it could be in a shuffle machine. It doesn't make a difference. When the dealer takes them out and cuts them, listen to the phone. 3-2. That means right now, seat 3 is going to win. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ace 5 is winning. Here's your burn. There's your flop. 2 pair. Burn, flop, burn, and seat 3 wins. This phone will tell you who's going to win. You heard it out loud, but this phone would also transmit to an earpiece.
Yeah.
This system could also be designed, built.
Yeah.
Anything.
But the earpiece thing, is that also relevant for the camera under the table that can read through the felt? Because the dealer is not under the table. He's not seeing it. So somebody else is seeing these images and speaking to the dealer or whomever in their earpiece. Is that right?
Correct. That's right. That information is transmitted elsewhere, and that person receiving the information sends it back. And the earpiece, believe me, is very tiny. This is one of the earpieces that I demonstrate. I don't know if you can see that.
You got to move the camera. Hold it up a little bit. Oh my God.
That's it.
That's pretty teeny.
So right
that's
before
like a 1 milligram pill.
Game, oh, totally. And it goes right into the ear. So now, right now, that earpiece is right next to my eardrum. If you were talking to me, sitting right next to me, you could look in. You can't see it. When my partner's talking to me, I hear it so loud. And there's only
That's
one way to get
amazing.
that out right now. Magnet.
Yeah, I was going to say. Oh
It's
my
out.
God, yeah, because otherwise it's going to go in forever and cause you depth perception problems. Sal Piasanti, I could do 6 hours with you on this. This is fascinating. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your expertise.
Joining me now, James Whelan, Executive Director of the Tennessee Institute for Gambling Education and Research, also Editor-in-Chief of the Journal of Gambling Studies. Good to have you here. First, let's talk about this case. 11 states, active NBA coach, NBA player, working on inside information, including, information on LeBron James's injuries, right? It's quite remarkable. Unprecedented in terms of the extent of this?
Oh, not at all. This has existed for over 100 years. When we think about the famous Black Sox story, the 1960s, the NIT, but very recently we've heard a number of stories where there are players, coaches, those involved with pro leagues and college leagues who've broken the rules.
Yeah. Listen, I'm thinking of the baseball players, right? You had active pitchers, right, on the Cleveland Indians who were taking part in this kind of thing. It just strikes me, been watching this for some time, given all the money involved in sports gambling today and how widely it's promoted. I watch a lot of sports. Gambling is like plugged into the coverage of it, right? Should we be surprised that you see this kind of illegal activity?
I would say not. I think that the cultural evolution around sports betting and how now gambling is part of every conversation. It used to be that people talked about sports, the numbers, the percentages, the hitting, the points, but now they talk about the lines, the over-under. But it's just not people generally. It's actually the commentators. It's the networks. Yep. It's social media that you can't separate out. It's the gamification of sports that they're now one and the same thing. So it's not surprising.
I'm wondering why pro sports, the government aren't seeing the risk and enacting restrictions, because obviously it affects the integrity of the game, right? That's the concern here. And yet the NCAA just approved a rule change that allows athletes and athletic staff to bet on professional sports. What are they thinking?
Yeah, I think that the leagues, including the NCAA, gets a lot of benefit from a greater viewership, greater revenues related to the ability to allow or be close to betting and gambling. And so that connectedness between those two industries are such that people aren't paying attention to the risk. They may spoil everything because the integrity of the sport is what is going to drive things in the end. If people stop, we know from lots of research, when people stop believing in something, they turn sour on it, they'll turn away.
Yeah.
It's inherent that the leagues need to find a different voice here.
You hear from some folks who defend sports gambling that the technology is so great that the leagues can easily identify suspicious activity, as they did to some degree here, right? They looked at a big jump in betting in a short period of time on one player's over-under, and they're like, hey, wait a second, something bad's happening here. Is that true, that the technology is good enough that you can see this stuff when it happens?
Yeah, it's not clear. That technology is kind of behind a curtain. So it's very hard to figure out whether they're catching them or whether or not there's a lot going on and they're just catching the most blatant of the experiences. It's completely not clear.
Yeah, I'm sure, because the gamblers have a big incentive to get ahead of the technology, right? Got to spread their bets around. James Whelan, thanks so much for joining us. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, I was just going to say, yeah, the morality of what's going on has eroded over time as greed maybe takes over from how to maintain integrity.
Yep, and you hear a lot of young kids getting in it too, right? It happens. Ed Whelan, thanks so much for joining us.
A whole nother story.